Australia just won the Ashes 4-1, but this is not a cricket story. It is a career and leadership masterclass. Most people think that Australia won because of the talent, and it is wrong. Australia won because of the systems, mindset, leadership, and culture. If you want to excel at your career, grow as a leader, and build a high-performing teams, these are 5 brutal lessons that you need to learn from the Australian cricket team. Lesson number 1: build systems to win the race. Australia did not rely on one superstar. Yes, there were many individual great performances, but the system was the real hero. There were clearly defined roles for each and every individual in the team. Their bench strength was immense, and the replacements were seamless. Josh Hazlewood did not play the entire series. Pat Cummins was not available for most of the series. Yet, they had Steve Smith to captain the team, Mitchell Starc to lead the bowling attack, and Scott Boland and Michael Neser to replace the senior players. So, this is the power of system. So ask yourself, do you have the system of learning? Do you have the system of measuring performance? And do you have the system to improve yourself? Because if you are relying on motivation alone, then you are just one bad week away from the failure. So build systems, not excuses. Lesson number 2: culture beats strategy every single time. England had very bold strategies. Baseball was in headlines every single day. However, Australia had something more powerful, something more dangerous: culture. They had the culture of respecting the process, trusting the process, not blaming anyone else, having a high accountability without an ego, setting a high standards. One of their legends, Nathan Lyon, was dropped in many matches. Pat Cummins did not come back after the series win just to claim a victorious captain in the series. And Usman Khawaja was not asked to open the batting again in the series. At workplace, a culture can be measured through things like how feedback is given, how mistakes are handled, and success is shared. If you are just starting in your career, then contribute towards the culture of the organization. And if you are senior, live and breathe the culture and lead the way. Lesson number 3: adapt fast or get left behind. Australia faced many situations where they had to make quick decisions and pivot according to the situation. In the first days, when Usman Khawaja could not open the batting, they had to make a decision fast, and they sent Travis Head. Then the rest is history, because Travis Head played gem of a knock. In the real world and the workplace, the degree you got 10 years ago does not matter much. Your past wins does not matter much, and your old job titles does not matter much. What matters is whether you are learning, whether you are evolving, and whether you can adapt to different situations. So please understand, adaptation is the new job security. Lesson number 4: pressure does not break great teams. Throughout the series, England had their moments. Their crowd were marvelous and momentums swung many times. But Australia had one powerful weapon, and that was staying and remaining calm. There were no emotional collapse, no dramas, and no blaming others. In many matches, England were cruising through. Joe Root made 100, many other batsmen were batting well, but there was never a single match where they crossed 400s in an inning. And that was possible because Australia remained and stayed calm during those periods. They trusted the process, and eventually they got the result. So staying calm at workplace is not a weakness, it is a way to grow and get promoted. Lesson number 5: leaders create leaders, not the dependents. This lesson from Australian cricket is actually evident not just from these Ashes, but from many decades ago. From Steve Waugh to Ricky Ponting to Michael Clarke and many others down the line. They always had this culture of transitioning well, mentorship among the senior and junior people, and handing over the leadership really effectively. You could see that Mitchell Starc was leading the bowling attack, but Michael Neser and many other new bowlers were following him. Australian players also did not need any titles. Yes, Steve Smith was the captain, but Travis Head is there, Alex Carey is there, who rose according to the occasion and contributed to the leadership. At workplace, if a leader says that I will do everything myself, then that becomes a bottleneck. Leaders should be having an attitude and keep saying that I will create other leaders who can do better job than me. And that is how the team is scalable, sustainable, and the leaders grow as well. Lastly, player of the series was Mitchell Starc. So I would like to give a bonus lesson based on Mitchell Starc's performance. The reason why he got player of the series was not just because of his bowling, it was also because of fielding and the batting skills. In any career, that's why building Cross-departmental skills or adjacent skills is very powerful. Imagine a doctor or a lawyer with great sales skills. Also, a doctor with a great empathetic skills. A manager with technical skills, and so on. Having many adjacent skills like this will help you grow in your career, and your value also goes up. So, in this Ashes, Australia did not just win the Ashes series, rather it also showed how careers are built, how leaders are made, and how teams are sustained. The question is not, can you play like Australia? The real question is, can you think like Australia? Due to their thinking, they have been able to develop a proper leadership, culture, system, and mindset in the team, which ultimately leads to the success. And success leaves clues. And it's always wise to learn those clues and learn from the winners.